Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, Despair. In the last episode, the students were discussing the countdown timer, and it turns out that there actually was no purpose to it. It was just Junko fucking with the students. It was just for show.
In the end, it was meaningless. Does that fill you with despair? Like getting booted from a game server? You know those murder mysteries where the culprit is really the detective who's investigating the murder? Well, I'm so over predictable crap like that. Just what did you expect at this stage of the game?
She's seriously messed up.
You only got that now?
Well, in a way. The countdown implied I was on a mission. Did you ever make up your own silly rules, like don't step off the white line when you cross the road?
Yeah, it was just to create panic. To create the idea of like, oh, what's gonna happen? It didn't necessarily mean that anything was going to happen, but it's scary. If someone randomly starts counting down, you're kind of like, oh, what are they gonna do after it? It makes sense.
I was testing myself to see if I could get you guys into the graduation program before the timer reached 0. Enough! Please stop! Don't be so disappointed. It's totally true. I had a hard time manipulating the program. While you guys were at the beach making wrinkly dog faces, I was working so hard on my own, you know?
Hey, enough with this pointless crap! Are you seriously going to resurrect everyone who died?
She will, but it's bringing them back as they were. That would be too kind. It would be much, much too kind. If those are empty shells waiting to be filled, why would Junko be kind and fill them with their old personalities? No, she's gonna fill them with her personality. This was all to bring her back to life. This was all to get her back into the real world. They're gonna be resurrected, but they're not gonna be them. They're gonna be Junko.
Like I said, it's easy. It's just a game after all.
Just a game?
Yeah. Each and everything that happened in this world was just an event within the game.
It was so meaningless. So utterly, utterly meaningless. All the times that your friends died. Oh, meaningless.
There's no way anything that occurred in the game could affect the real world.
What you're saying now is completely different from what you said before. You said whether or not it's a lie, the moment you feel something is real, it becomes real.
The game where you throw my words back at me is over, so you don't really have to worry about it.
I think that's the truest form of Junko we've seen. You know, all the other times where she's looking cutesy, or she's got a crown, or she's got a really weird bucktooth face, or, you know, whatever, Secretary Junko, Depressed Junko, Angry Junko, like, they're all acts. This rather blank-faced expression that is still, it's blank, but there's definitely danger to it. I think this is the closest we will ever get to the actual Junko.
Fine. I won't worry about it.
Hey!
Who fucking cares about logic? As long as everyone who died comes back to life, that's good enough.
Oh, he misses Pecco. He misses Pecco. And here's the thing. I do think he does want everyone to come back to life. Fuyuhiko he's had the most character development out of everyone. His character has gone on. It was actually quite a decent journey throughout the entire game. I just wish that more of the characters got that, and that the girls got even a portion of that, because let's be honest, the The writers don't give a shit about the girls, they're just there as eye candy. Let's be brutally honest, that's all the girls are there for. We don't give a shit about their personalities, we don't give a shit about what they're going through, or look at their titties. Like, that's the only reason why the girls are there. Fuyuhiko's journey has been some fantastic writing. I wish it was more widespread. So I do think he does care about everyone, but primarily he's talking about Peko. He wants Peko back, and it's affecting his judgment. I do apologize for all the kind of tongue fumbles. I've got a little bit of a migraine kind of brewing, so my apologies there. It's affecting his judgment, which is completely fair. I'm not having a go at him. I'm not sat here going, oh, he wants his dead friend back. What an arsehole. Like, no. He's just discovered that the woman he loves could be resurrected. He's not going to stand about asking questions. He's just going to do it, but you can't trust Junko. You can't. It's too nice. It's too nice.
But if we do not understand the principles behind it, then we do not even know if it is really possible.
Sonia's thinking logically. Sonia's thinking like, hold up, this doesn't seem right. We need to know more information. I just dinged my mic. My apologies if you heard that.
Anything goes in this world. You've seen that happen so many times already, right?
But we're not talking about this world. We're talking about the real world.
Well, if a high school girl can get huge, then it's not crazy if the dead can come back to life, right?
If she's saying that's how she tampered with a computer program, how are we supposed to respond to that?
That's right. That's why you should finish this game and go back to living a normal life in the real world.
Yeah, but why would she want that? Why would she want that? This lady is the ultimate despair. She is responsible for ending the world. Why would she want you guys to go back to living a normal life? Especially considering that y'all were remnants of despair. You were her team. Why would she suddenly have no plans for you guys?
If we go back, what do you get out of it?
There you go.
What benefit do you get by making us return to the real world? As long as we don't know what it is.
Man, so annoying. You're so petty. It's not like you're a housewife living on a tight budget. All I want is to put on this graduation performance in a more dramatic way. Well, if you doubt me, you don't have to go back. Is that what you want? Not to go back?
Oh, hold on a sec. We're obviously going to get out of here. If it'll bring our dead friends back, it's all we can do.
Of course! We've been working toward that goal for, like, forever!
Here's the thing, it makes sense that Akane would just be going along with it because that's what Akane does. Akane doesn't really ask follow-up questions. She just goes for like, oh, this is what I've been told to do. What do you mean it was a trap? Like, Akane doesn't ask follow-up questions. Fuyuhiko is acting purely off of emotion, the idea of I can get the woman I love back. Kazuichi, I think he's just scared. He just wants out. Sonia and Hajime are really the only two that are like, hold up, let's think about this, let's talk about this.
Because we had that goal, we were able to endure those killings.
Plus everyone can go back together. So there's no reason to hesitate.
There's plenty of reasons to hesitate.
Yeah, you are right.
Oh, they've talked around.
There is no way we can choose to stay here after all we've been through.
Just as expected from the winners of this killing school trip, your will to live is truly ultimate. Wonderful! That's just more reason for you to execute your role as devices.
How is this not throwing up red flags for you guys? Y'all are expendable! She doesn't care about you, she doesn't care about your friends. So why would she bring them back? You're just devices to her. Devices?
Okay, now let's stop stalling for time with exposition and hurry up and do it. Now then, why don't you guys just go ahead and answer with the touch panel that's in front of you? I'm gonna do it. I'm seriously gonna do it. If you don't hurry up, I'm seriously really gonna do it. You don't have to say, "Who are you talking to?" It doesn't concern a chump like you, Hajime.
Chump?
Don't worry about it. Everything's gonna be over once we press this.
No. No.
So we just have to press graduate, right?
If we do that, we can go home, right?
I can go back. With this, I can finally go back. He's right. With this, we can finally go back. This will be the end. And our friends who died will be saved. That's way beyond what we expected. Then it's safe to say that this is the good ending, right? No. No. Hey, what are you doing? It's decided by a majority vote, so just don't think about it and press graduate. Don't you want to go back home? I don't care if you want to stay here, but don't drag us into it. It's a trap. I can go back. Oh, okay, so we don't have a choice. I don't want to press graduate. Let's... Hey, that's the repeat button. Don't you get it? If you press that, we're stuck here, you know? Or you better not start saying how we're better off staying here. Yeah, we don't have a choice. We don't actually have a choice. He's been persuaded. Okay.
I got it! Don't press it! This is Junko's trap!
I'm not surprised. He had to turn up at some point. And again, the music is going like, oh, isn't this exciting? No, I'm not excited. Oh, it's the real one. It's the real one this time, but... Again, if he's here... Then his owner can't be all too far behind. Huh?
What the heck? That guy from earlier is back again.
It's not again. This time, it's the real one.
Yeah.
Real? I'm Makoto Naegi. Makoto Naegi of the Future Foundation.
This guy is the real Makoto Naegi. And again, he gets his own little theme song, but I'm just like, no, I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with your friends. Just piss off and let me hang out with the characters I actually like. Then this is the guy I spoke to.
I'm sorry I'm late. I actually wanted to come rescue you sooner, but thanks to the virus infecting the Neo World program, I wasn't able to enter.
Just when the chumps are in a pinch, he's suddenly able to enter for reasons unknown. And thus, the main character gallantly appears.
Please don't call him that.
So cool! I'm drooling! So much!
I wish you could see the look of disappointment on my face. I'm not gonna lie, I am enjoying the contrast between how hyped the game is and how nonplussed I am. The game's just like, oh, we've got hyping music. Junko's being like, oh, the main character. Oh, I'm drooling. It's so cool. And then me as the player, I'm just like, this fucking sucks. I don't want him here. Can he go? I'm not excited at all.
Did you also time my arrival? No, it doesn't matter. I'm going to save everyone. And then I'm going to settle this between us once and for all.
Yeah, this is definitely the real Makoto, because I am getting those very bland, generic anime protagonist vibes. I'm not getting anything I would describe as suspect. It's just, I'm going to save everyone, my friends. Like, it's very generic anime protagonist, which that's basically what Makoto was. It's why I didn't like him. I really value characters that have strong personalities, even if their personalities I don't necessarily like. I would much rather play a game as Mahiru or Teru because they have strong personalities over playing as Makoto again. I've got to be brutally honest. I would rather play a sexist or a pervert than someone generic.
I'm drooling! I can't stop my leaking!
I mean, it's good that one of us is excited.
How were you able to get here, Makoto?
Since I used my tricks to hack into the program, he must have hacked in with his tricks too, right? That's also how you kept your memories, right? Even though you haven't aged a day, just like these guys.
If I hadn't, then I wouldn't have been able to save everyone.
Don't you understand? It doesn't matter how you got here. As long as you're here, you'll be treated like one of my students. Which means you must respect my authority.
I already know the risks of being here.
Ugh, you always had such reckless hope. I love you so much that you disgust me.
Hey, just what do you mean by trap? What is Junko's trap?
It doesn't matter. We can finally end this, you know? If we get out of here, it'll all resolve itself peacefully.
No, it won't. It won't because that's too simple. It's too simple and it's too kind. And I would describe Junko, like, the words I would use to describe Junko, simple and kind are not on that list.
After all this, I can't let you get in the way.
The fact that you guys are even thinking like that is Junko's trap.
Huh?
She's lying to you about your dead friends coming back to life.
Oh, little old me?
Who do we trust?
Junko. Do I get a choice? Do I get a choice? Let's trust Junko.
If you knew Junko's true goal, you'd know she's lying.
You know her goal?
Yeah. Junko's goal is to convert the Hope Restoration Program to the Despair Restoration Program.
The Despair Restoration Program?
As part of the graduation program, your avatar's memory and consciousness is uploaded into your real body. However, none of us expected that any of the avatars would get deleted. Junko has taken advantage of that opportunity. She intends to use her version of Alter Ego, the AI she stole my friend's skill to create, and upload herself into the bodies of everyone whose avatar was deleted.
Yeah, that was pretty obvious.
What?
Then everyone who died isn't gonna come back to life.
Nope, it's gonna be a little army of Junkos.
They're gonna be taken over by Junko?
What the fuck?
Like the real world, once an avatar is deleted from this virtual world, it can't be recovered. It's actually impossible to revive them.
That doesn't mean I was lying, you know? I just didn't make some things clear. And even if they're overwritten by my alter ego, it doesn't mean they'll be a completely different person. The data of everyone who died is stored within me, so I'm sure I can convincingly act out their personalities.
Don't mess with me.
In fact, I have a lot of data on Fuyuhiko, so I know some things that'll make you happy.
Oh, girl. Girl, he will stab you. He will stab you. It doesn't matter that you're just a giant cell phone. He will do it.
I can play a version of Peko that's more to your liking than she ever was.
Oh, that is fucked. That is fucked. He's gonna mess you up, girl.
I said, don't fucking mess with me!
The fact that he's showing restraint and isn't vaulting over the podium to, shank her.
Operation Junko-fy All Mankind begins here!
Junko-fy All Mankind?
After uploading my alter ego into everyone who died, I'm gonna take over the Future Foundation's headquarters. And then, eventually, there's gonna be a whole lot of me's all over the world!
I mean, Junko wanted the world to know despair. And she is the ultimate despair. Who could know despair better than her? All other despairs would be inferior imitations. No. It's best that she replicate herself and take over mankind, and then the world can know the truest, most finest despair.
With this, my despair utopia, where you can despair as you please, Junko Land, will be complete. That's Operation Junko-fy all mankind in a nutshell. Oh yeah! Our dreams are expanding and...
That messed up plan is your goal?
Then why didn't you just kill all of us?
Despair?
If you did, you could have taken over all of our bodies. Wouldn't that have been more convenient for you?
No, wait a minute. I was saying like, oh, she didn't kill them because, you know, despair. There need to be people who witness the despair, but it's not quite as simple as that.
Is that what you want me to do? Is it still too late to do that?
No. There's a reason Junko couldn't do that. That's why she made you guys kill each other.
The teacher can't harm the students. The reason she wasn't able to do that, was it because there was something she didn't do? If so, then the reason is, yeah, it's the rules.
I see! I got it. It's because of the school trip's rules.
She took over Usami's role, and Usami was bound by rules, so...
Even a monster like her has to follow the rules of the school trip?
Junko usurped Usami's authority as an observer, and her role as your teacher.
However, according to the rules of the school trip, even Usami had to follow them. That's why when Junko took over her position, she had no choice but to follow the rules as well.
It's why Monokuma was afraid of mice. Usami was afraid of mice. The lead teacher cannot directly interfere with the students. Yep.
So, the rules were protecting us?
Man, I was so annoyed. I had the authority to add rules, but no authority to delete rules. Oh well, even if I could have deleted rules, I was still busy with my whole taking over your bodies plan.
So you made us kill each other, because you couldn't kill us yourself.
Then, is that how you were able to increase the number of bodies you can take over?
Like I said, I personally didn't care about the outcome of the killings.
How dare you look down on us? Don't fuck with me. What about our lives?
She doesn't give a shit.
Chump change.
I won't forgive you. I will never, ever fucking forgive you!
Bold of you to think that she cares about your forgiveness.
So that's your trap. You tried to make us choose graduate, so you can take over everyone's body with the graduation program.
How can you be so cruel?
Because Junko Enoshima is the true ultimate despair. She doesn't yearn for any kind of future at all. She fills every person she meets with despair.
That's my Makoto. You understand me so well. For me, despair is not a goal or a set of principles, or a lifestyle, or even an instinct. It's what defines me as Junko Enoshima. It's just my characterization. That's why I'm able to pursue despair with such purity.
So you're saying you only exist to fill people with despair?
Pretty much.
For example, want to hear about a beautiful memory that even I, who gets bored easily, still remember fondly? Picture thousands of fools who are madly in love with me, dying one by one like insects doused with bug spray. And the best part is, they did it to themselves, you know?
Thousands of humans falling like dominoes! Oh, that memory is so beautiful! It made my brain melt!
Yeah, about that. Does that story have a happy ending?
Could it be? Is she talking about them right now? It's the reserve course.
I see! Are you talking about the reserve course's mass suicide?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot you're a survivor of the reserve course. By the way, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Mass suicide? What's she talking about?
An incident where 2,357 people from the reserve course all killed themselves. Junko probably made them do it.
2,357 people? That's an outrageous number.
You don't have to be that surprised. You all look like your parents, friends, and lovers all died at once. That was so rude of me. There's no way you guys even have meaningful relationships like that anymore.
Ouch! Catty!
I mean, you're all ultimate despair. You guys have already eaten your fill of despair.
I do not really know what you are trying to say.
Junko robs the futures of everyone she interacts with. You ultimate despairs are among her many victims.
If someone like me is born, that means the world is yearning for despair.
That's wrong. The world isn't yearning for despair. That's the reason we can't let you escape.
I'm yearning for despair right now.
But if you do that, you guys won't be able to return to the real world, right?
Huh? If we choose graduate to get out of here, the graduation program will activate, right?
If that happens, Junko's alter ego will be uploaded into the bodies of the dead.
Does that mean we gotta stay here to keep her from getting out?
Well, what the heck? Why does it have to be like that?
It's such a cruel fate for you guys. But it's awfully convenient for the Future Foundation. They'll be able to keep all the ultimate despairs, including me, trapped in this game forever.
Wrong! That's not it!
But ultimate despair is hated worldwide, and their lives are no doubt targeted by the Future Foundation. Oh well, if you don't want to acknowledge that, I guess it just can't be helped, can't be helped. LOL!
This is nothing to LOL about.
Oh, Sonia. Sonia, I love you.
But it's so ironic. You came all the way here just to find out that graduating is the wrong choice. Even though you came all this way to win the game, even though you kept sacrificing your friends to win. The goal you guys squirmed to reach was wrong all along. Isn't that just so fucking tragic?
Stop it!
She's breaking them down. Piece by piece, she's breaking them down. It was all a mistake? Was this really just a mistake? Was it a mistake to think we'd go home alive all along? What about the killings and the class trials? Was this just a meaningless killing game where the ultimate despairs killed each other off? This is just too...
Don't give up yet!
Nah, you make me want to give up.
There is a way you guys can get out of here, without letting Junko out!
Huh?
No, there's no way such a convenient...
Yeah, he told us about it before.
There is? Really? Well, that's the first I've heard of it.
First she's heard of it. Then it's a way that even Junko doesn't know, right? The way to get out that Junko doesn't know about, it might be that. It's, what would that be? The shutdown sequence. Yeah.
I see! Are you talking about the shutdown sequence?
And I am gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we discuss the shutdown sequence. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.